Welcome to our live webinar. This is Yi. I'm with Listings Lead. I also have Real Estate Mortgage Uncensored. So welcome to our webinar. Today, we want to show you how to run very effective down payment assistance ad that's going to generate 2-3 times more engagement and be able to help you have better conversations and better closing. We're going to show you how to do this within the Listings Lead account to create the lead forms that's actually going to have the right funnels for you. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to do. And we're also going to talk about how we do the follow-up more effectively to get the engagement and get them closer to have a scheduled call with you. And lastly, we're going to show you the very effective listing presentations that you can help your realtor partners close more deals and make more commissions. So if that sounds good to you, let's get started. Can you
Yeah,
guys
so
hear
this
me okay?
this is your current ad that you got running.
Okay.
And so to what you were saying, when people click the ad, notice in a Facebook lead ad, there's normally a name, email, and phone number. And as you can see here, there are 3 questions. And what is so phenomenal about having these questions ahead of name, email, and phone number is we can find out a lot more about the lead and be able to help them better. So our follow-up is going to be a lot more on target. And so when we do follow up, it's not just, oh, you responded to an ad and now I'm calling you. It's you're going to know more information. And there's over 20 different questions you can select from. And so you've got, what is your time frame to buy, which you wanted. See if you qualify. And most people say yes to that. And then describe your credit. And I think your first lead that came in had over
Is it
700
the
credit.
700? Yeah, exactly. We
And
just
then they,
started this form questions. Before that, we have good down payment assistance running and people just coming because they're interested down payment. So I only find out that a lot of them don't have the best credit. So you got to put them in a different funnel. But with this qualifying questions, just put the leads automatically in different buckets, right?
yeah.
So if you have a 700 and above, also 1 to 3 months who want to buy, they're immediate hot buyers. So you follow a specific phone script, text message, complete different follow-up campaign. I just text her. I say, hey, I just saw you wanted down payment assistant information. And based on the information you shared, I have solid programs for you. You want to get on a quick call with me? What is good time? I just text her because I have to get on this call. So I was going to call her right away, but she can wait.
Awesome. Awesome. And it's interesting because we were doing the same thing with this last ad at $4.99 a lead. And these are coming in at $6.17. It's a little bit,
Higher,
that's still a really good price per lead.
but it have
But
better quality.
yeah, yeah. So I'm going to keep watching this for a few days.
Yeah.
And if it, I would like to see it get into the $5 range, but low sixes is fine. But if this was too high of a price, I would just turn it off and I would just rerun it because I know in the past, it's essentially the same ad, 499, 444, 416. So we're in the low to mid upper fours for a lot of these. If I go back into October, 588, 588. So I guess, yeah, 617, 588. I guess we're in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have tried different ads. I think down payment assistance by far the most cost effective and also give us in terms of lead volume for sure. I just got one into contract today, and that's strictly from a down payment assistant lead app.
Yeah.
And back then, I don't even have very good qualifying questions. So I think definitely take a look at this and we'll find out exactly how we do in terms of the cost.
Yeah, I think so. Exactly. So let's actually take a look at how to do this ad with those questions in the front, because that's going to be huge. And like we said, you got 25 ish different questions that you can ask. And so to recreate this ad, I'm on the ads page in Listings to Leads, and I'm gonna go create Facebook ad, and I'm gonna go create landing page. And then from here, I'm gonna select down payment assistance. And so lead ad, down payment assistance, create ad. And so this is what it looks like by default. All right. Now, all of this is obviously editable. And what I'm going to do, because I'm lazy, I'm going to open up in a new tab, the ads page, and I'm just going to click edit. I'm only doing this so I can go copy and paste the text from the old ad. So I'm just going to copy that text. I'm going to drop this into the chat. So if anybody wants to take that and you can reword it for your area, and I'm going to come back into here. And so here's the default text, and I'm just going to delete it and paste in the text I want. So now I've been helping first time home buyers get into homes using today's down payment assistance options. The Fed just cut rates. So we got all the text that we want. And now we got this image, but we're going to use her video. So I'm going to click change image video. And now if you don't have the video already uploaded, what she did is, and that was essentially like a TikTok video, right? That was like
Yeah. So I
yeah,
recorded a TikTok video and then uploaded it here. I honestly believe if you can do a video, that would be better. I feel like the images don't perform as well because people see you as a person, so they can relate to you knowing, "Oh, you're not some AI."
yeah. In fact, I'm going to put the link to that video. I'll put that in the chat in a few minutes here, where for anyone that's on this call, you'll be able to click the link. And then later after the call here, you can watch it and listen to her language, because she doesn't start off with, "Hey, this is Yi with Answer Home Loans and blah, blah, blah." She just gets right to it. Okay. And that's what people want, because when people are scrolling on a Facebook ad, and that could also be a TikTok post, that could be an Instagram reel, right? It doesn't have to be an ad all the time. You can use it in a lot of different ways. But regardless, people don't want to sit there and have someone they don't know blabber on about who they are and blah, blah, blah. They want to know what's in it for me immediately. And so I'll post a link to that video here in a few minutes, but she's already got the video uploaded. So I will click my files and video, and that's the video right there. I'll just insert it. For a lot of us, it's interesting. Sometimes people think, well, it's got to be a woman or it's got to be a guy I have seen people do video ads from all shapes and sizes and colors and skill levels and what you might consider normally attract.
Hey,
People just like to identify with somebody real, which is why when he said images are great, but a really short, no, this is 19 seconds. It's a 19-second video. So it's not a 3-minute rambling thing. It's a 19-second to the point video that lets people know why should they click on this ad? Why should they want to talk to her? And because they've already seen her, I think that helps on your follow-up as well.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's why I always prefer if you can, even just a very short video. I've seen like even low quality. I'm not saying you should do low quality, but people is like getting out of the car, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, I want to talk to you about this down payment system." Even like just very
Mhm.
natural, a quick video clip will perform better than just an image.
Yeah, we have a client who's a mortgage broker in Southern California, and I've never spoke to him. I need to get a hold of him, but he's been running this same ad in like 3 different areas in Southern California for
Mhm.
months. And
Right.
obviously he wouldn't be doing, and it's just him literally, he's walking down the street in a neighborhood. And it's a similar kind of language where he's just gets right into, if you're looking for a home and down payment assistance and yada yada. But again, he's not starting off with, "Hey, this is John," and blah, blah. He's right to the point of why somebody should want to listen to what he's saying. So we got the text the way we want it. We got the video that we're going to use. All we're going to do now is we're going to do 3 things. We're going to add in location. And so It'll be Roseville plus 15 miles. If we want to bump that up a little bit, we could. I don't go too much, then you're starting to get little, unless you're going to add a lot to the budget. So I'm going to keep it at 20 miles. Do a lifetime budget of 100. I'm gonna run this ad, then I'm just gonna turn it off because we already got another ad running. But $100. Now here is where we add those questions. Okay, so we're gonna add 3 questions. Click
Mhm.
advanced options, create new form. There's that green button right there. Create new form, and then here's the question. So I can just open this up and access. Now we see we got name, email, and phone number. We're gonna leave those,
Yeah,
and
those
that's
are
not.
default. Yeah, so
Yep.
don't touch those. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't touch those.
And then you have
Otherwise,
3
you.
more questions you can add. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, yeah, so we got what is your time frame to buy checked. But some of these, you're gonna do what you wanna do, but you can see all the ones that are unchecked. I'm not gonna go through all of them. I'm gonna go through just the ones that I think.
Specifically related to lenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if you qualify for 0 down or down payment assistance. I forget, did you have that one or no? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Good. It's interesting. Some people might ask, "Why are you gonna ask that question if it's already in the ad?" And it's just because they're doing a physical action to note that they want that information. So it's one thing just to read and click a button, learn more,
Yeah.
but it's another one to like physically or literally read the question and then physically click another button in answer to that specific question. All right. So it may seem a little bit weird to ask that for an ad that's already talking about it, but I think there is value in that. And then your third question was,
The
how
credit.
would you describe your credit score? And the options are great, good, decent, fair, needs work.
I love this question. I'm so glad we put it in because that really give them some time to think. Okay. And just makes the quality better. Maybe that's why we're running a little bit higher.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah. And it's all about engagement. If we can 2 to 3x our engagement,
It's
spending
worth
a
it.
dollar more on a lead, hey, I'll do that all day long.
Right.
I got no problem with that. I would. It's if you're not getting any engagement, even a $2 lead is worthless. So, anyways, click create new form. And I'm going to turn off the advanced options and just create ad. It's literally that easy. That will get sent to Meta 15, 20, 30 minutes from now. That should be live. And I'll tell you, the first lead was generated yesterday, like 15 minutes after the ad was live. And there we go. So that's not live yet. That just means it's on and it's currently going to be in the submission process. But I'm going to put this link into the chat. So anybody that's on the call with us, you
You
put,
land out there, you're looking for buyer lead. I think you should run this as an evergreen.
yeah,
Okay,
that's what you're
because
essentially doing.
that's you're gonna build this pipeline, trust me. I'm actually looking back when I first started. Now I think I have at least 5, 6 buyer in the pipeline it's gonna just grow starting early January. I have one loan's gonna close and a couple of them are looking. This thing is running awesome. It
Yeah.
really is, and it's pretty cost effective.
Yeah.
Back in
And you
days, I
and you
was
went
doing cold calls.
yeah, and you went from doing nothing, not being in the business for a few
I don't
years.
have any realtor relationships. I'm
Yeah.
just totally building the buyer's lead on my own. Then I'm
Yep.
giving the buyer lead to my realtor.
Yeah, which is phenomenal, right? Because and it's really cool because you're doing it in a way that it's not like you're just giving a lead to an agent, you are, but it's in the context of strengthening your business as well. Because as you're talking to these people, obviously they're looking to get a home. So, well, and a lot of them don't have a real estate agent yet, right?
Yeah,
Most of them don't even have an
most of
agent.
them don't. Yeah,
Yeah. So you're able to connect them with an agent in addition to helping them out. At some point, I would talk to those agents and say, "Hey, listen, start paying for some of these ad budgets that I'm doing." I think in the beginning, I wouldn't worry about that just because you haven't proved anything. But once they actually
you can
close a deal
split
from
with it.
you,
Yeah, yeah,
then I might say, "Hey, listen, now that you see this can work and I'm doing this on a regular basis, why don't you throw in some ad budget to this ad that I'm running and we can get even more people in the door." because at this point, it's just really a numbers game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I put in the link. You can click on that link, everybody, and then later on, you can watch that video. In fact, I think, let me see. Yeah, you may not be able to see it, but there's even because it was done in TikTok, it's got and you can do this in CapCut. It's got the language right there, so that even if they got their sound turned off, they can actually read what she's saying in the captions, which is good. That's why I always like uploading to TikTok first. In this video, just to put a little button on it, we knew it was going to be a video that could be run as an ad and a post.
Mhm.
What you did, I think, is you did the video, and then after the video is over with, you just added a extra line. Please click the learn more button below for more information. In an Instagram post, there is no learn more button. And so we took the video, put it into TikTok. We used the TikTok app to edit out the
The
DM or
word.
comment me, which is
Yeah.
good for a post. And then
Right.
it ended up with the learn more. Or you can just record a completely second video, whatever you wanna do. But yeah, this is the great thing about this is it works great as a post. It could be a Facebook post, Instagram post. This could be a video that you send out via BombBomb, right? Like video email to your database.
Yeah. A lot of lenders are not really on social media. So if you can do that, it's really create a little bit of a presence for you. And I think it's really good from that perspective. Because
Yeah,
most lenders stay in the office and do paperwork.
yeah,
So and your buyers, when they see you on the video, it instantly creates some sort of rapport.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right, let me
Okay.
turn that off. I'm gonna think this. Let's see if we got any more leads. Now, you're going to see, in fact, let me bring up, I should have had this ready. I'm gonna open this up and let me take that over because I got a screenshot. I want to explain this. Perfect. All right. So when you get the lead notification email from listings to leads, those three questions are right here. Time frame to buy. In fact, I will highlight it. So that was the first question we asked. Time frame to buy. So the reason I bring this up is you probably are not going to remember what were those three questions again, and how am I going to know what they said? It'll tell you right in the email. The second question was, see if you qualify for zero down or down payment assistance. They said yes. And then, how would you describe your credit score right now? Great, 700. And again, so 1 to 3 months is the time frame to buy. We got a good phone number. We got a good email. We got their name. So we got 6 pieces of information, all that help ye connect with them at a much higher level. And again, using a video instead of an image. Now, instead of, who's calling me? They know who's calling her because they saw her video. That's how they became a lead. They saw her video, they answered the questions. Now it's somebody they at least know who she is that's calling them. So I think all of that together works really well in your favor.
Yeah. I just text her and
Yeah.
I just asked her, hey, was a good time to call.
Yeah. And I listened to you talk real quickly, just lead follow-up in general and how you time block and how you call, because I think that's also very important for lenders to know, or for anyone, agents or lenders, is this idea of time blocking the same time every day to call through all the leads.
As we approach winter time, like 6:30 to 7:30 is my block. Everyone's different. But when I text them first, they will tell you exactly when to call them. A lot of them have different jobs. So sometimes 6:30 to 7:30 is not really a good time either. But that's my block.
Yep. In the summertime, you're doing what, 7 to 8?
7 to 8, yeah.
And I tell you,
And
that seems
even
around really
Fridays, I try not to call. I think another really good time to call is Saturday between 10 and 12. That's
yeah,
actually a really good time. So
yeah.
any calls I don't make during the week, I do follow-up calls on Saturdays.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, because,
Yeah.
yeah, they're a little bit more relaxed or not stressed about the day necessarily. And it's not in the afternoon, it's not too early, so, yeah, that 10 to 12 local time frame can be a great idea as well. But the point is, obviously, whether you got AI you're doing texts, you're doing phone calls. You just want to make sure that A, you're following up with the leads, and then B, set a time every day so that you got some and you can mentally be prepared for just calling through those leads. And you've gotten yelled at a few times. You've had some phenomenal conversations.
Yeah, usually if you get them on first try on the phone, that's good. Like if they don't pick up the phone, it will be difficult. Usually I don't reach them for twice. But also if you text them, if they respond, it's always good.
Yeah.
And a lot of 50%, I wouldn't say 50, but 30% of the time they do respond. Now with this lead information, they're anxious. They really are anxious buyers. This one, I want to buy 1 to 3 months. I have good credit. I just need some help with down payment. Essentially, that's what it is. So whenever they have time, they're just gonna want to talk to you.
Yep. Yeah. No, I think that's absolutely awesome. Yep. Perfect. All right. So we covered how to do the ad, right? Customizing text, adding a video, adding the 3 custom questions. You might find that there's 3 other questions that you want. If you ever have other questions that you want us to add, just email them. You can just email them to Yi at what's your mortgage E at
At
w
listing cities is fine.
yeah,
Are you
okay.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
because
our
we can
goal
add more questions.
Yeah, I think we wanna eventually, hopefully, maybe during this holiday, create a mastermind group for our lenders get together, and then we can exchange all the good things that's happened during your lead gen and lead follow-up, and then we can also help each other just build this business together.
Yeah, I think that'd be great because
Custom lending forms that you guys wanna see, like, we can quickly create one, post on the mastermind group, and you can just copy and paste. So it just makes it a lot easier to do.
yeah, I think that'd be smart. Separate that from the agent group so that it's just lenders only that have
Yeah,
access to
exactly.
it. So that you're yeah, yeah. And then that way it's a little bit more private as well. Awesome. Okay, anything else regarding ads, or is that it? Are we good?
I think we're
Yeah, and
good.
you can see that same ad, look at that. It's been running since before October, like, probably August, you started running this ad, and you had so your
I
total budget's been 4,400. You probably spent maybe 25 to 3,000 on this ad, and you've already got, let's just say
Well, when this lead
3,000.
closes, it's gonna more than pay for everything.
Yeah, and you got 5 or 6 more in the pipeline already.
Yeah,
And so, yeah, you're gonna be and when especially with Facebook ads, because you didn't have a large presence
presence.
locally, like, nobody knew you as a mortgage lender locally. You've not been in the business for 10 years. Here, you're an agent, you're a mortgage lender in San Francisco, but that
Yeah.
was in San Francisco. So you're starting completely from scratch here and just doing Facebook ads only. There's going to be a little bit of a lag time between the time you start running ads, start getting leads in, and my God, it's been like what one of the worst years in a long time that
Right.
we're
Yeah, real estate.
in. So that's been brutal. And we're in California, which is ridiculous for affordability for a lot of people. So you got no
Everything
presence.
against us.
Yeah, no presence, awful market, and doing ads only. But hey, within 4 or 5 months, you're gonna be even, and then just moving forward, it's gonna just compound. So, we're still generating leads, still qualifying leads, but now that you've got 800 leads in, all of these leads are gonna compound because you got your email follow-up, you got the AI follow-up, there's other things that you're doing. So even though you got 5 or 6 in the pipeline, which would leave 740, a couple of hundred of those are gonna be just completely non-existent. Maybe it's a bad phone number. Although you're seeing about 80% good phone numbers. What
Oh,
would you
phone
say?
number is 90, more than 90.
90% good phone numbers? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so at that point, it just becomes a complete follow-up game. As long as
It's
you
just yeah, because the listing cities have a buyer email follow-up system. So just put them
yeah.
on the buyer follow-up. They can't see your emails, and they will just respond if they're still interested. But
Yeah,
I think that what I'm doing is create a complete follow-up funnel. Okay, so based on how they answer these questions, they have to put through different funnels. The hot leads will go through one funnel, right? They will be followed up within 7 days. Okay, this is a 7-day sequence. And then you also have people who credit is not particularly great, but you find out, and after you have conversation with them, then they will be on a different funnel that you follow up with. It just makes your follow-up a little bit more efficient and more effective. That's all.
Yep.
Rely on ChatGPT, right? You have this AI who's there just have all the energy and they don't cost you arm and leg.
Now, I was gonna say the other thing is every so often you got to make sure that we retarget current leads because of those 841 people, they all came in from a Facebook ad. And so for 740 of them who are not in pipeline, who are not in conversation with her, those 740 people, we can retarget with that same ad so that we're staying in front of them because they click on an ad, they're not really ready for it, so they don't even respond back to you. But they got in the back of their mind that we want to buy a house, we are interested in down payment assistance, but I click the ad, I just don't want to talk to anybody right now. So by using that retargeting capability right there, we're able to keep those ads in front of these people so that, hey, listen, I don't care if they want to buy in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Obviously, I want to get business in now. I want business in the short term. But at the same time, I understand that for a lot of these people, they're not going to be ready right now. And so by using the retargeting feature right here, we're able to make sure that they don't forget about us, right? They clicked on the ad, they watched the video for 3 or more seconds for a reason. And just because they're not ready to act right now doesn't mean I want to throw them away. So by using the retargeting feature under advanced options, which is literally right above the where we get to the questions, we're able to make sure that we stay in front of those 740 other people and not waste our money. Okay. So that's another great thing as well that because you'll see every so often a old lead will click on an ad again and you'll see
Oh,
that
yeah.
like,
Happens
oh,
quite
this,
often. Yeah.
yeah, which is really a good thing because it means, hey, these people are interested. And I've had some agents who get really mad. Oh my God, I can't believe the same person. And in fact, you know that I just got off a call with Gordon and I remember he told me it happened to him one time and he finally called her up. He would call her, but he finally got a hold of her and he said, "Listen, you've clicked on my ad like 5 times, like 5 different ads." And she was like, "We're thinking about selling but I just can't make up my mind," and had this whole thing that was going on. But he was able to connect with her because it was like, "Listen," in me talking to Gordon, it was like, "Listen, when somebody no, unless they're another agent, which would be bad move. But if it's a real person that's buying or selling, homeowner, they live in the area, they're a renter, it just means they want to do something, but they're not sure how to do it. And so I would take that as a sign in your follow-up and even mention it to them like, "Hey, I see that you've clicked my ads 3 different times over the last 6 months, and I'm sure that you're probably a little bit nervous or you don't have enough information to realize and make a decision on this. So why don't we make sure that we get together and talk soon so that I can walk you through whatever it is that you're wanting to deal with." And that's again, that's where those questions come in because the more we know about the people that we're calling and following up with, the better our follow-up will be because now he knows good credit, time frame, and if they like down payment assistance information or not. So that's 3 different touch points that she can refer to in the follow-up.
Actually, I want you to try a different question as
Yeah.
well. What's your desired maximum rent monthly payment?
Yeah. Yeah, we
That'd
got
be a
that.
good question to try.
What so in the like, for example, let's say we do another ad after this one. We got what's your time frame to buy and see if you qualify for 0 down.
Oh,
And
no, if we only have 3 questions, just turn that off because I'm gonna ask for the credit, and I'm
yep.
also ask what's your desired maximum monthly payment.
Yeah, let me see, because I think we got let me just find out. What's the absolute maximum monthly payment you're able to make? What's
No problem.
the maximum you are comfortable so that one
Really
right there.
comfortable with it, yeah. So you leave
Yeah.
the credit, leave that, and then just get rid of close that down payment.
Yeah, I
It's
think
not
that's a great question too. Let me ask you, so we've got the options are 1,500 or less, up to 3,500 or more. Is
Yeah,
that
that's good.
good?
That's really good. That's a really good question.
No, but are the options good? Or
Yeah,
should we go higher, like 4,500 or more, go like 35 to 4,500? Or is that, don't worry about it.
don't worry about
This,
that. 35 more, it's fine. That covers
okay.
a lot of people.
Yep. Okay, good. Yeah, I think that'd be a great question because sometimes, in fact, these came to me from another top lender. And he initially said, I want this question, which is, what's the absolute maximum monthly payment you're able to make? And I was like, dude, that's abrupt. That's, if I was reading that, I would be like, damn, dude,
Yeah,
what
I that's why I put
I'm
more
comfortable with.
comfortable making. Yeah, a little bit softer.
Yeah, I agree. And then they got predefined options that they can just select from. And
Yeah,
I think most people probably just put in what they pay in rent.
exactly.
Yeah. So you're gonna find out what's their time frame, what's their credit, and what are they comfortable paying. And that's
Right.
gonna help you a lot because also I think part of that can be walking them through the tax benefits and hey, they may be comfortable paying a little bit more than they thought once they realize the entire landscape.
Yeah, I just had a buyer, like, the payment was, like, 3,000. He's like, "Oh, no, it's too much." So "I'll be okay with 2,500." I'm like, "Dude, if you wanna pay 2,500, that's 50,000 under the listing price. Obviously, nobody's gonna go for that." And he's like, "Okay, I can do 2,800." And guess what? I did a tax benefit calculation that saved him $300. So we're now down to essentially 2,500. So sometimes you gotta think outside the box a little bit and help your buyer
Mm.
on that. You following me?
Oh yeah. Way too
Yeah,
often we just assume they know what we know.
yeah,
And that could not be the furthest thing from the
on the truth.
truth.
Yeah. So
Yep.
this is great. Okay. Yeah, let's try that form question and see how we go, how this turn out.
Okay. I'll do that in the
Yeah.
next ad after this one gets done.
Yeah. We should talk about the listing presentation because it's important.
Yeah, let me actually log into my account
So
and I will show you. Yeah, good.
so if you really want to strengthen this partner relationship with a realtor, and this is the money, okay, the listing presentation that's going to really help them get that listing they want. And it's been doing phenomenal. The
Yeah, I
listing
would recommend.
presentation for
Yeah.
the active and well, and also expired, correct?
Yeah, so I would recommend everybody watch these 3 videos on our homepage. So there's 3 videos. It's like 40 seconds. This one's 12 minutes. That's a great video. And then there's a minute 44 right here. These 3 people are all doing very different things. The woman on the top right, JJ, is calling and texting expireds. John is calling and then door knocking, and then Scott is just door knocking. Scott put $2.7 million in the pipeline. He did $32 million last year in production, and he put 2.7 million in his pipeline in 3 days. John he got a $925,000 listing from the phone calls he made on the very first day, and he's also got another listing as well. And I think between the 2 of those, it's like almost $2 million. And then he got another $500,000 buyer lead in the process. And again, she did 4 listings in 6 weeks. So watch all these videos because they all are she actually was before we started our training. The other 2, John and Scott, their success was built on top of the training that we are doing. And so I'm not gonna get into it here because as a lender, you don't need to know how to do all of this stuff, but as a lender, what I want you to understand and know is how to point the agents you're partnering with in the right direction. And so in listings to leads if you go to leadgenwebinars.com, get into our mastermind group. We're always in there talking about it. So make sure your agents, and if you don't know, go to marketing calendar, and then I'll show you a couple of examples real quickly here. But if you go to marketing calendar resources, Facebook Mastermind right here, you can just click join group and it will take you to the mastermind group. So if you have any agent that is not in here, in fact, you can even invite them. So if you got an agent partner or just an agent that you want to be in our group, just click invite with email and drop their email and invite them. And then back in listings to leads, right? We got our YouTube channel. And here, oh my God, there's so much great stuff. What I always recommend to people is, in fact, if I go to playlist, click playlist, expired listing pipeline accelerator right here, we got some great videos in here that I would highly recommend that people look at. That will get them excited. And then we do 2 trainings a day, typically 7 a.m. Pacific and then 4 p.m. Pacific. We're not doing one we did this morning, but tonight I'm going to be out of town. So I won't be doing the one for tonight, but normally we do 2 a day. And just to show you, and whether it's for a listing presentation, an expired or a FSBO, agents can create these online flip books, but they can also print them, like you see this one right here, for either specific properties. So this is a specific expired listing in my area where I want to send this link to that expired homeowner. And people have done this without ever talking to the homeowner to start with. And they get the homeowner responding back, wanting to meet with them because this is, you can see, prepared for Joan Hudson at 8567 Gold Lane in Folsom, California. That is her home. That is her home on every single page. And her home expired. This link right here, it's clickable right to her property website. So we are showing these homeowners that QR code is scannable. So when she gets this on her iPad, her laptop, and she can send a text code, she can scan that QR code, and you can see there, that's her home. Now it's on her phone. So it's on her computer, it's on her phone, and it's all the way through here, just showing her home every single place right here. This, you can create them for seller leads, you can create them for FSBOs, you can create them for expireds, you can even create them for canceleds, but you can also create them for your sales area. So here's another one that's expired, but it's not for a specific property. It's for all the expireds in Placer County. And so now I've got the ability to create these for specific properties, specific homeowners, but also for my entire farm area. And this is phenomenal. For example, if your agent is using RedX or MyPlus Leads, they've got 200 expireds in their local area. They could create this and send this to all 200 expireds. And exactly the same thing. Let me come back to listings. For all those seller leads in their database, check this out, listing presentation. And I had one, but so this is, I can do it for specific listing presentations I'm going on. But again, I can create this and what people do is they'll send this to all the seller leads in their database. And this gets a great way to get some listing appointments quick out of their database. And we actually just posted an email that's in the mastermind group. I'll show it to you. So if you go, that's why you want to make sure your agents are always in the mastermind group. So here's a post that agents can do. And let me
And they have
scroll.
to be an agent under the lender account in order to get invited to that private group, correct? Just want to make sure. Yeah.
And oh my gosh, here we go. You'll recognize that's essentially this. Okay. And I took a picture of it, and I got a lot of people doing this right now. Took a picture of it, and you can either send it as a text message to the seller leads in your database, send it as an email. It makes a great social media post. But again, it's using the 100 plus point home marketing plan that agents, if your agents are not using this, in fact, Tony Valdez, yeah, he just said, in fact, I wonder if it's on this post right here, that he met with an agent yesterday and walked them through this for one of their listing presentations. And let me see if it was on this post. Maybe it's on a different post. Yeah, maybe it's on a different post. But I said, dude, let me know how he did, because anytime I've heard of an agent presenting this, They don't fight about commissions. They don't argue about the pricing because now the homeowner, when they go through this with an agent, they know that agent is knows what they're talking about. Again, I always tell people these presentations answer two of the most important questions that all sellers want to know. How are you going to market my home? And how are you different from everybody else? Every other agent's coming in here and telling me how great they are. Every agent telling me that my home is going to be all over the internet on 500 websites, but they don't really show me anything. And when your agents walk in with these presentations and they let the agent or the homeowner go through it, click on the domain, scan the QR code, send a text code, and they actually interact with it. They see it on their phone. Oh yeah, they are going to win pretty much every single listing presentation they go on. So, yeah, that's make sure so again, I don't you don't as a lender, you don't need to understand how this all works per se. Just understand and know that they've got these capabilities within the program and make sure that they get in here so they can actually start making use of them. And remind them like, "Hey, if you got a listing presentation coming up, make sure to get into listings to leads and create that presentation so that you can show that off in the listing presentation."
They could also the lender account, can they upload a listing and create a 100-point marketing plan and show to one of the realtors?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Let me try real quick. Let me
Or they
look
can go
back.
to their agent account.
Yeah, no, but if they have an agent in their account, give me a second here. I'm on my other monitor. Let me log out of mine. I'm gonna log back into your account. Let me bring it up. All right. So this is back in your account. And I'm gonna refresh my ad, see if we got any more leads coming in. But if I go to listings
Let me see.
and I go add listing manual and select agent. Now, one of the things I always recommend to people, all the lenders, add yourself as an agent. So put yourself in your lender account as an agent. Excuse me, because that can be kind of useful to get a feel for it from their perspective. But yeah, I can go listing presentation, add a seller's name and email, write the headline. And all you got to do is street, right? Add the street address, save and add photos, add one photo, and then you'll have everything. This will take about a minute to generate. And then you'll have the flipbook link, you'll have the PDF, and you'll have a landing page for it. Super easy, super quick to create. All right.
Mhm.
All right. Let me see your ads real quick. I'm curious to see. We're at 623. Man, I want to get down to the fives, but maybe it probably will. And it's also Christmas, so there's more ad things are always a little bit more expensive around Christmas. So I
Yeah,
guess that's
heating.
not overly
Yeah,
surprising.
yeah.
So anyways, all right, I think we're good.
Yes, we're
Anything
good.
else you want to say?
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas if we, don't talk to each other next week.
Yeah, next Thursday is Christmas, so we will
Well,
not
I
be talking
know.
next week.
Exactly. I'm talking to other people that's here. Happy
Yeah,
holidays. Yeah. Make sure you get your Christmas shopping done before it's too late.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, can I show your video from Facebook?
Yeah.
I wonder mortgage unsend because you just did a video related to the Christmas holidays. Now that you just mentioned that, where is maybe it's under here? Let me see. And yeah, pro tips for the Christmas season: how to stay fiscally responsible. So yeah, go find Yi on Instagram or TikTok, and that's a great video. If you haven't done a video, if you're a lender, this would be a great content to do. And it was just a video talking about how not to get financially strapped or blown out of the water during the holiday season. So I thought it was a great video that you did there. So I would definitely recommend that to everybody. Just take it as a content idea on a great seasonal post to do. All right.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. All right, everybody, listen, have a great one. If you need anything, get into the mastermind group. We want to hear from you. get a hold of our support team, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, thanks.
Thank you. Okay, have a good one. Bye bye.